All right, Shane, show us the final product.
The final product. We're dropping off the goods.
We're dropping off the goods.
All right, man. Here we go. Turn it off, man.
You got it.
Oh, amazing. Things are going great. I'm excited to chat, definitely.
Yeah.
The thing is, I've got 4 offers, and I'm very excited, and I'm very excited about, especially after chatting with you.
Mm-hmm.
But I just need your help just to clarify one thing, if that's all right with you.
Yes.
Yeah, sure. So the OTE I actually found after doing the math for Q1, 2, and 3, and 4 is actually $65K if I decide to go OTE with because of that flat 3-month salary. Is that correct? Or can you, that $9,000 that we talked about, is that what you'd mentioned over the previous call, correct?
Yes, it's not $9,000. It would come out to, a little bit more than 9K. Basically kind of like it'd be about 11 grand, more or less, not 9,000.
What I'd like or need your help with is to bring up that Q1 up to what Q2, Q3, and Q4 would be at the 18,750 instead of the 9 to 11,000 you'd mentioned a second ago.
Okay, so it's going to take you 3 months to get to the point where you're actually hitting that 18K.
In my previous sales roles, I haven't experienced the same thing though. I've hit my numbers right from the get-go because I'm motivated and I'm hungry and I jump right in and I get results. But I hear what you're saying.
Hold on one second. Let me pull up some information here.
That's right. Get him to commit to what is that first year number.
But just so I have a very clear understanding, how much can I make my first year, Nico, if I just work my butt off? If I work my tail off, what's the most I can make it?
Yeah, I mean, keep the yards that are really good. They're making 6 figures at least. So I mean, I can't quote you directly on how much you can make because ultimately that's going to be on you as far as the amount of effort that you're putting in your overall effectiveness.
Right.
But I will say that it's not a capped number that you basically can come in at. So they're going to want to see that you're busting your ass. You're going to be rewarded for that through the deals that you bring in, the amount of commission that you're making off of.
So from the very first take, if I showed you your first take to where we are right now, huge improvement, right? In a few hours, right? So that's why I think you've done better because you went to your point, you expressed your value, and you're trying to get the most out of your offer versus just taking off the table.
Yeah. Right?
Which is the whole exercise of this.
Definitely. Yeah, I'm very excited. That was cool. It felt good towards the end. Beginning, there were some rough patches, just because I wasn't clearly communicating what I wanted, because I wasn't mentally there for what I wanted. So in the future, now I know to go into a call knowing exactly what you want.
Yeah. And
what I exactly wanted was not clearly defined. So make sure to do a better job of that.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. We are laughing out loud right here because I just found out that Shane had 6 offers. Remember, he had 6 offers, and he declined all but one of them. And what did your friend say?
Oh, that I'm crazy.
and I deep down, like when he told me that, I was like, for real?
That's crazy.
But why did you decline 5 offers? I want to hear from you.
There are a few reasons why I declined 5 offers. I think it's important when you go into an office and how they treat you and how they treat each other and what they're doing, what's the look on their faces. I think those are all very important. And you can't have expectations to go into somewhere and everyone be smiley, happy, and jumping around. Like, that's not reality. But you can tell when people are truly a team. And you can tell in the 2 or 3 hours when you're on site, you can feel it. It's an energy in the building that I haven't found yet, and I will find, and that's huge.
Actually, I'd rather you just share the story. Walk me through, your conversations with at least getting or explaining your signing bonus. The whole. Just walk me through the entire process so that everyone can hear where you're at with the current company that you're interviewing with.
Yeah, so the current situation is I have completed 4 interviews for this company. One over the phone for 30 minutes. The second one was a in-person 3-hour interview with 5 people at the company. The third one was an in-person interview the next day in the morning for 30 minutes. The fourth one was an over-the-phone chat with the top sales account exec BDR leader, and there may or may not be a fifth one with the CEO. It just depends on his schedule. And now we are waiting to hear back 5 days later. We're waiting to hear back on the results of that interview and if they're going to offer the position. Salary has already been discussed. A moving bonus has been discussed, and those are all in the works. So now we're just waiting, and it's incredibly frustrating. It's actually awful.
So my 2 cents on where you're at right now is how can you creatively create a way to differentiate yourself, right?
Yeah, of course.
First thing I hear of, like giving the clues that you gave me, is I would package like an energy drink or like a 6-pack of energies. Like, hey, I understand you guys have a really slow process, or not. I won't say that. I understand you guys have you're slow to hire, right? Here's some energy drinks to help kind of speed things up, right? I'm just throwing it out there. I don't know if he's actually going to do it, but it's that creative kind of stuff.
The office is like 3 blocks.
I know it's from here. That's why we should just do it.
Fuck, let's go for it. I'm down. Hi, how are you? Hey, we just need to get a bag. Starts with a T. What's it called?
Tesora?
Tesora. Yes, please.
Yeah, so if you just head over to the front, you'll actually
my bad.
get the register.
Oops.
So basically, while he's getting that, it's important to look inside an account and map out who the decision makers are. For example, his internal recruiter is not his champion. It is his coach, right? He's just gonna help facilitate the hiring process. And then he interviewed with a sales development manager who is ultimately the decision maker at the end of the day. And then there's the head of operations. So he interviewed 10 people at the company and decided on, oh, look at that, little Tesora bag.
There we go.
Let's go eat some coffee. Or some Red Bull next. You're having such a good time.
Oh, dude, I love it.
All right, you feeling Monster? You feeling Red Bull? What are we feeling right here?
Definitely Red Bull, but let's see. Dude, yes.
A gigantic one.
Yes. 100%. Absolutely. It's perfect. The goods are ready. Ready for execution. Let's roll.
All right, Shane, show us the final product.
The final product. We're dropping off the goods.
We're dropping off the goods.
All right, man. Here we go. Turn it up, man.
You got it.
Done deal. She goes, oh my gosh, it's so sweet. She goes, that's the sweetest thing that anyone's ever done.
Are you being serious?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
That's what she said.
That's awesome.
She must know them or something, you know. She probably knows who they are.
So you can tell she doesn't get that often, huh?
Oh, dude, yeah. Talking about getting creative and seeing people's faces, it's pretty funny. And now it just comes down to how's that going to be interpreted, you know? Is it going to be interpreted, the gift or the being creative, is it going to be interpreted in a positive way or in a negative way? We're hoping positive. I think it's like our chances are 70% likely that it's going to be a good thing, and maybe 30% it's going to be like, this guy's a joke, like, we don't want anything to do with him. It's been an awesome afternoon for sure.